Aria Thompson's feet rested flat on the carpet, her toes gently curling as if anticipating the chill of the floor beneath. Every movement she made seemed deliberate, almost hesitant, as though the weight of her thoughts had seeped into her limbs. Her gaze lingered on the dusty mirror across the room, where faint shadows danced, teasing her with fragments of a life she barely recognized. The room felt suspended in time, a space where dreams lay dormant under a thin layer of dust. The hum of the city outside was a distant murmur, muffled by the heavy stillness of her apartment. It was a silence that carried the weight of unspoken desires, of days that blurred into one another without meaning. She often felt like a ghost moving through the motions of life, blending into the monotony of the faceless crowd outside her window. Yet, deep within her, a quiet rebellion stirred, a yearning to break free from the grayscale confines of her existence. One day, her steps led her into a small, hidden art gallery tucked away in a quiet corner of the city. The moment she entered, she was struck by the vividness of a single painting, a radiant display of light breaking through an ocean of shadow. It felt as though the colors were alive, reaching out to her, pulling her into their story. She stood there, motionless, as tears welled up in her eyes. The painting wasn't just art. It was a mirror reflecting the spark she had forgotten existed within her. That evening, back in her dimly lit apartment, Aria picked up an old, dust-covered sketchbook she hadn't touched in years. Her hands trembled as they moved across the pages, rediscovering the creativity she thought she had lost. The shadows in the room seemed to retreat, replaced by a soft golden light spilling through the blinds. Each stroke of her pencil felt like a step toward reclaiming a part of herself, a reminder that the light she sought outside had always been within her. As Aria's journey continued, her world began to change. She found herself in a surreal mindscape, an infinite expanse where shadows and light danced together in harmony. Each step she took dissolved the shadows around her, revealing a luminous path ahead. She smiled, no longer afraid of the darkness, but grateful for its presence, for it had shown her the brilliance of the light. In that moment, Aria understood. Her story wasn't about escaping the shadows, but about learning to embrace both the light and the dark within her.